Hey, Doug Upslow here for Doc Sports, and we are in Scottsdale, Arizona. Today, we're watching the Cleveland Indians play the Colorado Rockies. The game is just getting started as we partake. You can see partly cloudy day today, some rain in the forecast, so coming up. Today, we're going to talk about those Cleveland Indians and the Chicago Cubs. Now, starting with Cleveland. By all appearances, their run as a division champion is about to expire. It actually expired per se last year. They went 3 years in a row with winning the division from 2016 to 2018. Last year they did not, and things are not looking any brighter this upcoming year. They're actually picked to finish second, and their win total is down to 85.5 after winning 93 games last year. Now, their starting pitching still looks good with Mike Clevenger, Steve Bieber, and Carlos Carrasco, but they have some other guys that they have lost. And their bullpen took a big hit, had a number of defections out of the bullpen, and so other than Brad Hand, Terry Francona is going to have to figure out how he's going to do that bullpen. Now, his history says he will. Now, offensively, they went from 3rd to 7th this past season, and looking at their lineup, it doesn't appear it's going to be a whole heck of a lot better from that standpoint. Now, bottom line on this deal, their offense, they got 9 outfielders on their 40-man roster. They got to find some answers, but offensively, you just don't know if they're going to be able to put it together. Now, if anybody can do it, it's Francona. Okay, get this team to overachieve on the 85.5. But here's the deal: if you're looking to make this bet, if it doesn't happen, you can rest assured that the Cleveland Indians will trade Lindor in July if they're not in contention. So I would say maybe an 85.5, but that's about it. And I'm not even sure that I would do that. Okay, let's move ahead to the Chicago Cubs. Now, the Cubs, the Joe Maddon era is over, and the David Ross era has started. Now, the Cubs, as you know, this is a team that needs to be toughened up. Okay. Now, whether they can do that or not, we'll have to see. Their starting pitching is not great. Okay. In my opinion, they're going to need great years from Kyle Hendrick, from Jose Quintana, and Yu Darvish in order to even have a chance to compete for the division and maybe make the playoffs. That's asking a lot. Bullpen, other than Craig Kimbrell, who was a disaster last year, a lot of young arms, a lot of talent, but it's all really young. The everyday lineup, the Cubs should be able to score with anybody in the National League. The problem is they don't. Last year they were, I believe, the least clutch team in baseball with runners in scoring position, and they had the most swings and misses of any team in baseball. I think the bottom line is this: the ownership of the team this past year really made no moves whatsoever. The pitching doesn't look any better. Unless Ross can get the attitude of the players like a Chris Bryant, like an Anthony Rizzo and some others to play with more of an edge than what they've had since winning the World Series in 2016, I don't know what you can expect from the Chicago Cubs. Myself, I'd say pass altogether. Maybe they can win the division. Maybe they can actually do well enough to meet the Dodgers in the National League Championship Series like they did in the past, or they could also finish 3rd and get passed up by Cincinnati in this division. So there you have it, the Cubs and Cleveland preview. This is Doug Upslow for Docs. I will be, again, looking at some more spring training games this week. Look for my appearances then. Until then, I'm out.